Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Gray is playing double duty. Regina did beat JC to the chat. But let's sorry, I think someone just called me. Hold on.
Ooh, let me put my phone on
Zara
silent.
is busy today.
Mm-hmm.
Zara's like, I got the business and the world to run.
As she does.
I moved into my room because there were people in the apartment and they all just left. So I could have stayed out and we could have started on time. Whatever. Okay, let's do intros for anyone who might be lurking and not know everyone who is up on screen.
Oh,
You first, Gray.
Congrats, Gray.
Really though. Thank you. What to do, everybody? My name is Grace Wild, and I write for Pride. I like diving into fantasies, high, low, and all in between, accompanied by a warm mug of coffee. What's good, y'all? And on to you, Gwenna.
I am Gwenna. I am currently an undergrad student seeking a degree in creative writing. I am an aspiring hybrid author, and that is all you need to know about me at Portia down below.
Hey folks, I am Portia. I am a purveyor of cat ears, chaos, and the words in between. I am the author of the poetry collection Low Bridge, High Water, which you can find at the link below.
Love that. Love that. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. However, our latest book, Mother Mercy, the author did choose to write a little bit about her trauma, trauma that she knows a lot of other people unfortunately share. And it's a great book, especially if the news cycle makes you really, really mad at the lack of justice lately. So read this. Be aware of the long list of trigger warnings. Take care of yourself, but it is a really, really great book. It's also very cathartic. Female rage, female Dexter, female serial killer. You know, what is it? What's the hashtag? Women in male dominated fields. You know, we love to see it and all that jazz. Amazon slashed the price on the hardcover to the point that it is cheaper than the ebook. So if you want a pretty hardcover with a cloth cover and foil design, like grab that while it's still discounted because I have no idea how long it's going to stay that way. Also, the hardcover will have has a bonus chapter that is not in the ebook. And the audiobook is coming and should be expected this fall because recording will happen this summer. So we were not able to get it simultaneous pub for the formats, but at least it is coming and the narrator is awesome. And I'm really, really excited about that. But like I said, I don't know how long the hardcover will be discounted. So you really want to hop on that now rather than waiting. I'm also noticing that I have torn my dust jacket, which is super fun. Just another excuse for me to get another.
What I did, I got both. I have the ebook and the physical because yes.
Yeah. So I was telling my co-hosts backstage, I finished editing the book today. And I think so my brain doesn't turn to mush, I will wait to jump back into editing another one until tomorrow. So that means I'm going to journal for Write for Life. I'm going to see if I can actually do some work in my own writing, which is not associated with Inimitable Books. Gwenna's shocked. I know. It's crazy. And yeah, I might just goof off a bit. I've been doing a lot of crocheting in the last few days though, and I don't want like to mess up my wrist. So that's off the table for today.
Oh.
So yeah, but I'm super excited. Are people freezing or is that just me? Nope. Okay. Your back is Gwenna frozen. Because Gwen is, oh, nope, now Gwen is back. Okay. They were working on internet stuff yesterday, and the day before, and it's affecting all my devices, but not my mom's. And I was like, what is this? What is this? So anyway, we're good now. I can see all of
It's
you.
definitely. I'm today.
Sorry, what was that, Gwenna?
Oh no, is there a lag?
There was,
Audio.
but now there isn't. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely some internet issues on my end today. Some gremlins are attacking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to thank you for the reminder, Regina, that I have to go through and approve social media posts for the weekend. I knew I was forgetting something. But yeah, I also have to do some admin work, so I can't only work on my own stuff during the stream. But still better than all the times where it's like I literally have to only do work. I don't have an option. So this is a weird feeling. It's like I have options. Oh, Gwenna just left.
Those darn gremlins. She called them out and they took revenge.
Regina, no, that's in May. May 4th, may the 4th be with you. Also,
Nice.
it's the day before my mom's birthday, so it's really easy to remember for me.
Your mom's birthday is on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yes, it is, baby. Margaritas are flowing.
Oh, that is nice. I like that.
I'm a little jealous. That's so fun. Like so now I have to go out. I'm like, it's not just because I would like drinks. It is because
It's in honor of Zara's mom.
it's Zara's mom's birthday, and people are gonna be like, "Who's Zara?" Does it matter? I would like a margarita, and please keep them coming.
No. Yeah. Okay. So I want to share the force room code. I was like, who texted me? And I was like, oh yeah, I texted Kate and she wrote back. Because the warehouse has her books. So now I'm making sure that the warehouse is sending her books everywhere.
Hi.
Also, my mom has a doctor's appointment right now. So if we want to like send her good energy, it's nothing huge, but you know, if we want to. Also, I would show off Riley, but Riley is like in a, you when you've worked out and you just want to clap. She had physical therapy this morning and now she's like, I don't want to do anything but sleep. So I think if I tried to move her, she would resent me for the rest of the week, if not the rest of the month. So maybe I'll show her off by bringing my phone over, but not right now. Okay, I was just about to do the force room and then I got distracted. My brain. Today's like the first day where I've really had energy since Monday night because I had an allergy attack on Monday night.
Oh no.
Because I ate cheesecake that I didn't know had nuts in the crust.
Yikes.
Yeah. And I was like,
That's
oh,
scary.
God damn it. So now I know I have to be like super vigilant again, but it's okay. We're managing it. And it wasn't anaphylaxis. So my reaction to nuts is now so much better than it used to be. But I'm still pissed because I lost like a day and a half, 2 days basically, of like, I wanted to get a little bit work done every day. And instead I like slammed through like 7 chapters. Okay, create room. Deep focus mode off, everyone. 25 minutes. We're definitely not doing 90 minutes for this live stream. I do that on my own time. Force room code is forthcoming. I can't edit the code while it's showing. So 4 Golf Sierra Papa Mike Hotel 3 Sierra Golf. I don't think I made any typos, but if someone reports an error, it may assume that I made the typo, not that you're going crazy. Because the last time I made a typo, everyone's like, I thought it was me. And like everyone in chat assumed that it was them being dyslexic. I'm like, mm-mm.
Because Zara so rarely makes mistakes that when it happens, we're all like, that didn't happen. The mistake
It's like, no, it's my bad. I messed up. And I'm like, it does happen. It does happen. The thing is that if I don't type it as I'm saying it, that's when I tend to make the mistake. But people are in the room, so clearly I did not make a mistake this time. I'll take that. Oh, damn, my phone's about to die. I definitely need to plug that in.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm prepared. I love my Anchor chargers where I have multiple cords in one plug, so I don't have to sacrifice
Nice.
what few plugs I have. Even with all my extension cords, there's still never enough. Okay. And okay, let's see. Portia's in. Gray, I'm assuming you're not because it just seems to hate you.
It's being rude. It's being rude.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And I'm not salty
If you
about
tried to fix it, I would. And I don't want to wait until the 20-minute mark, so we're going to start the sprint once I find the frickin' tab because I left it up. Here it is. Look at that. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. If you haven't taken your meds, drunk water, stretched recently, or backed up your work, you should do that. Also, the typing is built in ASMR to the timer, so if you don't like that, leave this and come back in 25 minutes. Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong thing. Hello, hello. Hi, JC. Hope everyone got stuff to hydrate. I did not open my new water bottle, but I have been drinking my Factor. Hey, both of you with yours.
Y'all are so cute.
And I got a sweet tea. So water and sweet tea.
So,
I am still going on my pink drink.
so more evidence that me and Gray are just like two sides of the same person. Like, we're never beating the allegations. This stuff is never planned. Like, we just show up and we're like, oh, we're
You're the same person in a different font.
We really are. Like,
But like not even that different of a font like that thing normally is. It's more like one of you is like semi-bold, like barely.
And that just switches depending on the day.
it really did. Like, whose turn is it to be Helvetica? It's like, it's
Who's adulting today? You take Times New Roman.
accurate. I've been adulting all week. I would like a prize because that never happens. I was like, I have been such an adult this week. I've slept, I've hydrated, I've taken meds, I've been a mature adult. Okay, well, I did just call somebody a bean-faced cretin, but
You did. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm so glad this is muted because I guffawed. It was really loud. It was bad. I was cackling.
You want to? I need some context for that.
Yeah, I'm just like, hold on.
so okay, context is also that my mom has been telling me. She's like, I think you're going into perimenopause, and I'm like, no, it's fine. No, I did not call my mom a bean-faced cretin, of course. No, but
I'm like, where's
no,
this
no. Context being the perimenopause is making me even more outspoken than I already was. So if I think something is stupid, like the filter is even worse than it was. Like, there is no filter. I'm just like, this is stupid, and I feel like I have to tell you this is stupid. But it's like a minor outburst. It only lasts for like 10 seconds. And then I'm back.
Portia, did I tell you about the time I almost fought a grandma?
No, okay, please.
Put a
The
pin in
floor
that.
is
Put a
yours.
pin in that. I want to finish Portia's.
Okay.
Oh no, the bean-faced cretin was just like somebody's partner who was like really terrible to them. And while they were together, I tried to not talk bad about people's partners. I usually fail. I try not to talk bad about people's partners while they're still with
You're like,
them.
I tried. Do I succeed? No.
Okay, great. I know why you're looking at me like that, and that was an exception. I know that person was still very much okay. Shut up. Anyway, my point is, I try not to.
You're very loud, Gray.
I try not to talk bad about people's partners while they're together because I was like, that's rude. That is their person. They choose. They see the best in this person, even though I do not. But
I
they
don't
see
know.
the best in this person.
If my best friend asked me my opinion, I would be like, I'm happy you're happy, but
But
like
this is
I
why
would
we
not
don't ask
lie.
each other opinions because
Like if
I fear.
they have asked me my opinion, I will not lie. But I might not be like, here's a giant bouquet of red flags that I've collected from your significant other that you have not asked me for. Like I will just drop that on someone.
I have many times told my friends, don't ask me my opinion because you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm that type of person. So like if someone asks me, like I'm not going to be cruel, but I'm like, you did ask.
But that's kind of the thing. I don't wait to be asked. I'm just like, here's what I'm seeing.
See, so that's the difference. That's the difference.
I'm like, I know you didn't ask. And I'll start the sentence with, I know you didn't ask my opinion, but I'm going to give it because.
And that's what it's like, oh man.
Listen, getting a text early in the morning because me and Portia will stay up like late and hearing, I know you didn't ask, but and I'm like, oh no.
You're like, what now?
Oh no.
Like, I know you didn't ask, but and see, I get that from my mom. My mom taught me that she's like, it's not the overstepping boundaries that people mind. It's the not acknowledging that you're overstepping the boundary. So she's like, you gotta kind of
Well, you
let
saying
them know.
I know you didn't ask is acknowledging that you're overstepping a boundary.
So I'm like, I acknowledge this is a boundary that I'm getting ready to mow over at full speed. But I know that, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to. That just means like, so
I know you were like, it only lasts for like 10 seconds. On your end, you will leave a burn that the other person's still feeling for like years later. Just
For
saying.
you, it's a quick eruption. For them, they're dealing with like the fossilization and the lava and the everything else. For you, you're Vesuvius. You're like, yeah, I feel better now. And then there's Pompeii.
fair.
You quite literally plant seeds. Because I remember every time that particular person popped up, when your face was on screen, the face he made each time I was like, oh, he remembered. Looked defeated every time he saw you. I'm like, oh, he remembers. You planted seeds.
Well, fair, but I wasn't wrong. But
No, you're not. You weren't.
I was not wrong. But
Portia's like, my correctness, 10 for 10. So what's the problem?
and, you know, I stop me when I'm wrong. I said that all through my 20s. I tell my friends stuff, and I was like, okay, you might not want to hear this, but stop me when I'm wrong. Like, because I feel like being correct about the situation should, it's helpful, because I'm like, you might not understand that this is the right answer, so I feel the need to say, I'm a Sagittarius. Look, I happen to be right. Like, it's okay. If you were right, I'd agree with you, but you're not. So I have to let you know.
My grandma was a Sagittarius, and she was very much like, if you want to walk into a wall by yourself, okay, but if you come to ask me whether or not there's a wall in your way, I will tell you that yes, there's a wall in your way, and here's how you can climb over it or avoid it and not get a concussion. But she was very much like, not my circus, not my monkeys.
Well, fair. But see, that's how I am usually. It's only if the crazy thing is, it's only if I really care about somebody a lot that I'm just like, no, this is unacceptable because you're getting ready to walk into open fire. Like, if I don't care, then I'm just like, oh, they're getting ready to fall off the curb and that's going to hurt. And I won't say anything. But if it's somebody I really care about, I'm just like, no, I'm going to give you an unsolicited opinion and you're welcome. But Gray also does that to me too, in detail. Mine is brief. Grace is like, let's spend 90 minutes detailing to you exactly like what this is.
Oh, I've got a dissertation ready. Like, if someone asks, I'm like, great. Like in Hamilton, it's like, here's a list of 30 years of disagreements.
Oh, yeah. So I'm like, be careful what you ask me, because I'm an open book. If someone wants to ask and talk to me about things, I'm happy to do it. But be aware, I will fully give you a very honest opinion. So if you say, like,
it's like, only ask if you want to. Only open Pandora's box if you are prepared.
It's like, what do you think about my partner? Baby, I got a book. Let's talk about it.
It's like, everyone should be really thankful that my frontal lobe is developed and I have inhibitions.
Because, baby, if you'd asked me 5 years ago that same question, we'd be having a totally different conversation. Like, I woke up the day I turned 26 and I was like, oh, this is what it's like to have a normal brain? That frontal lobe development hit like a train.
I don't think I got that moment of fully. Is my frontal lobe still not developed at 40? I should look into that. I never got that moment of like, oh, I'm gonna like be the bigger person. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be tiny and small and petty, like forever.
My ADHD siblings are just like you, Portia.
She is as well. We talked about that. So I was like, I remember the moment, because we have a chat. I remember being like, I love meeting other neurospicy people. And everyone's just like, oh, I'm not. I'm like, ooh, all of you are. Let's
You've been
talk.
peer reviewed. You've been peer reviewed.
And then over the years, everyone's like, holy crap, I am. I was like, yeah, no, duh.
It's like, are you diagnosed or just peer reviewed?
This is why
And it was after I had been peer reviewed on a certain thing that I hadn't confirmed but had suspicions of a few times, but then was constantly told, no, here's all the evidence of why you're not. Turns out it was actually all evidence for why I was. And I was like, I finally went to my psychiatrist. I'm like, look, one way or the other, whatever this thing is causing me distress now. So can we deal with it? And she was like, yes, absolutely. And she was like, yes, I think it's blank. And I'm like, right. Okay. So the peer review is correct.
I have to tell you very quickly of the story of how I peer reviewed my sister into getting her diagnosis. Because I was convinced the entirety of my life that both of my siblings had autism. They just did. They had Asperger's syndrome. That's what they called it growing up, right? I was convinced the entirety of my life. I put on my college applications essay about how I had overcome hardship because I had 2 Asperger's siblings who made my life a living hell. Okay. That was my college admission essay that got me a full ride scholarship to a liberal arts school. Okay.
Here's where I can handle whatever you've thrown at me. It's not going to be worse than what I've already gone through.
Exactly. Exactly. And so I end up dropping out of college.
Breakdown the moment I don't get something my way.
Yeah. Yeah. I went home and I was driving my sister to a doctor's appointment because she broke her knee at 30. And so I was driving her to a doctor's appointment and I was like, well, you know, with your autism, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, my autism? And I go, your autism? And she goes, my autism? I've never been diagnosed autistic. What was that?
Would have been like, did I stutter?
Yeah, I don't remember us not having a conversation about this. I assumed you knew you were autistic. It's your diagnosis. And she said, I've never been diagnosed. And I was like, what? My whole life is a lie. And also, go get your diagnosis. She was diagnosed 3 months later.
So, okay, that's hilarious. First of all, here's the thing, right? So I knew I had ADHD. I was diagnosed as a kid with ADHD.
I think we're going to hear the Gwyneth fights a grandma story in the
I
next
really do.
It's fine.
I really need to know about this because, like, bonus points if it was your own grandma, but okay.
We'll get there in the next break, but I just wanted to point that out.
But,
It's okay.
and also I knew I was ADHD, but the fact that I have fought so hard, I was like, I don't think I'm on HD. I don't think that's a thing. And then everybody is like, come now.
We had that conversation on repeat every single time. She's like, I'm not. I'm like, but you are. I was like,
But
I
you
see
are.
my own people very quickly, and we couldn't mesh very well. I was like, you are definitely. I was like, I have never had a neurotypical friend.
Exactly.
I have
Exactly.
never had an actual friend. There's never.
Oh.
I've had people in my life who've lied and
Okay.
pretended to be friends.
Okay.
Ah.
That makes sense. I've never had a neurotypical friend either. And then I realized I don't have any neurotypical family members. So I was like, you know what I realized? Me thinking I was neurotypical is because my family was saying they were neurotypical. And I'm like, I act just like them. Well, if they're neurotypical, then I am because I'm the same kind of weird that my family is. To then just realize, oh, no, baby, it's just that your whole family is also on HD. My mom, the same one day, she was like, I'm not neurodivergent. I'm like, Mom, you buy a pair of pants and if you like how they feel, you get them in every color. Like, are you kidding? If the feel doesn't weird you out, you then go and get each color of that pair of pants.
Let's spell it out here, Mom. Let's spell it out here. It goes AUTISM. It's a spectrum. Welcome to it.
And it's just like, so when I was like, I have texture issues, and she's like, but some people just have texture issues. I have texture issues. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like how it feels. She was like, that doesn't mean that you're neurodivergent. And I'm like, Mom.
I had this same conversation with my mother, Portia. I had this same conversation with my mother.
I wanted like I my brain just started being like, what if we came up with an acronym for like autism and it's like things that like autistics feel. But my brain was like all users think, and then I got stuck.
I need y'all to know that my mom's a psychologist.
My mom's also a psychologist.
I had to tell her, I was like, you do realize you have ADHD? She goes, no, I don't. 3 days later, she goes, oh my God, I think I have ADHD. No, you don't.
You think?
And she's like,
We need a word for our undiagnosed mothers with autism and ADHD. That's what we do need. It's called what?
Trauma inducing.
So, you think your dad was normal? I was like, no, Dad had a bathroom calculator. Let's not talk about it.
Trauma.
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 Women is the term. Oh.
Did you see Eva's answer in the chat?
Mhm.
Let me see.
It's the term. Yeah.
Okay, can I just say that Chandra and her boyfriend stayed. We will start the next friend soon, I promise. We're staying with me in advance of Chandra's book signing event for Mother Mercy at Barnes and Noble on April 3rd. So in the past. And we're talking or whatever. And Chandra starts a story, and I think like, oh, it's gonna be like amusing, but like I take another sip of the I don't know the adjective form of Barbados, but like Barbadian, I don't know. That feels
Asian.
wrong. Thank you. Bayesian. Pina colada, which turns out is just pineapple juice and rum. There's no there's no pineapple in it. There's no coconut in it. But anyway, so Chandra's starting a new story, and I'd like take a sip, and then she says something, and I literally do the first spit take in my life, completely over my dining room table. She had just cleaned up from dinner while her boyfriend was like handling dishes, and I was putting other stuff away and like setting up whatever. And Chandra's like, I thought you'd take a sip. I thought you knew what you were doing. And I was like, I didn't expect you to come out with XYZ. So I'm just really glad I didn't have anything in my mouth when I saw Eva's comment, because that would have been another spit take, and it would have been all over my keyboard that I just cleaned yesterday. And I would have been mad.
Oh.
You know what I have to say, and I have said this to her too. Chandra is one of those people that is my friend in my head. I feel like if we talked more, we talk all the time, and that's probably only in my mind, because every time
No, it's true.
we have a conversation.
It really is. It's just her work schedule is whack, and she gets up at 5 a.m. to talk to Veronica King every single morning, because that's the only time they can chat and co-work. And I'm like, I love you both, but y'all are crazy. I'm like, no.
Wait, I don't know why I'm making a face. I will literally be talking to you on Signal, Portia, at like 5 a.m. So
But
like,
that's the day
You're
before.
not waking up
This
at
is
like
true.
4:30
like-
to have a 5 a.m.
Hypocrites.
You're not waking up at
Hypocrites.
4:30 a.m. to have a 5 a.m. chat. You
We-
will
we are-
already be
we're not.
up having never gone to sleep for a 5 a.m. chat, which is still unhealthy, but is different.
listen,
It makes
accidental
me concerned for you, but in a different way.
accidental steam calls at 3 a.m. just hit different.
Oh my God. Like,
I know that, but I'm just saying, it's a different thing, because there's staying up late, and then there's waking up early in the Venn diagram of like, I am sleeping at this time, otherwise you will not be happy that I'm awake.
very true. And see, that's how I am, because I have a friend right now who and we're in the same time zone. He's in Michigan. Great, you know who I'm talking about. We would love to talk more, but I'm a night out, and he's like a really early morning person. He wakes up at like 5 a.m. and he's like, or we can talk early. And I'm like, I don't think you want that to happen, because if I get up early to talk to you, I won't be pleasant. So
I had an appointment at 8 a.m. and I got there at 7:30 because they were like, you need to be here at least 15 minutes early. And I wound up getting there early. And so my appointment started early at 7:45. And this was last week. And the person's like, oh, like, do you want this early in the future? I was like, no. And you don't want that either. I just wanted this assessment out of the way but I will be scheduling later in the day. And by later in the day, I mean, instead of an 8 a.m. thing, like a 9:30 a.m. thing. I can do morning appointments, but you don't really want to see me before 8 a.m. I don't want to see me before 8 a.m. Not even mirror like appearance. I mostly look the same when I roll out of bed. It's more just like I hate everything.
Fair. Like the only time that I will willingly schedule very early appointments in God, how did I not know on HD? I have certain appointments that I schedule really early, not because I want to be up that early, but because I have like a separate issue that makes me prefer to do it early. Like, so the dentist, when I go to the dentist, I like to have not eaten anything and have brushed my teeth. So I get
I
the
prefer
earliest
that
appointment.
as well. Sometimes it's
So,
unavoidable, and I'm like, I can't go
right,
all day without having eaten. Okay, it
because,
is 2:05. We are going to start the sprint.
okay,
I fear
yes,
poor Regina's
let's
like,
break.
are we ever
Yeah.
going to sprint? So in 3, 2, 1, happy productivity. I want to hear Gwenna almost fought her grandma in the next thing. By the way, I did not think during that last time. I finished watching the latest episode of the Try Guys Murder Dinner and the after show where they talk of the people who've been like killed in the game or voted out on suspicion talk. And it's so good. It comes out every Wednesday. And yes, this is how they got me to start paying for second try again. Gray, how'd you do?
I finished a Kofi post. I'm writing another one because I have a paid tier and a free tier. So I'm working on the paid tier post. I just ate lunch. The way I demolished that plate was horrendous. Had to refill my Stanley, and I scene blocked the next scene I'm going to write.
Nice. Nice.
I spent that entire sprint on a phone call with the government.
Oh.
It's okay. I got what I needed. They were all perfectly pleasant. It was just a lot of sitting there listening to them type.
Oh,
It's better
yeah.
than being on hold for forever.
Yeah, no, thankfully not that. Uh-oh.
So, hey, look, I'm gonna make this brief because I really need to hear from you, Grandma Crippler, about
And I'm
fighting old ladies.
Grandma Crippler.
Oh, I think she froze. Is it just me?
No,
Okay.
it's not you. I was saying, I'm so sorry. I actually have to hop off real quick because I just got a message from my kid's school saying that they misplaced her lunch. So I'm going to call them. Be right back.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Well, in the meantime, what I did was
Just before this, Regina, Apple doesn't do this. Apple can't disable your computer because you get a virus. Your computer stops working if you get a virus.
Mm-hmm.
So A, this is wrong. It's fine if you don't want to make another Facebook account, but this is false.
Yeah.
Second of all, everyone gets this, and it's spam. It's very clearly spam.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I've never had a license, and I've never owned a car. My mom no longer owns a car, and she gets them after she got rid of her car. So, like, we know that it's fake. But yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say that it's not Apple and it's not Facebook. Like, I mean, they have problems and some people rightfully boycott both, but like, I don't want you to fall for a scam and then spend a ton of money trying to fix something that is broken. Also, she's going to be buying another copy of your book, Portia.
I saw that while we were in the yay. I love that. So my mom actually called me yesterday because somebody at her job was like, I found this amazing poetry book, and I've been telling everybody this poetry, right? And she's like, oh, okay. And not realize because he has the book open and he starts reading one of my poems, and she's like,
That's
that
my daughter.
sounds familiar. And he's like, she said, that's my daughter. Well, my mom being my mom, it's a little bit of a jokester in her office. And he's like, haha. He's like, good one. She's like, no, really, I'll call her up right now. Like, that is my daughter's book. And she's like, where did you get that? And he's like, somebody left it they have one of those libraries in their building that, where you can take one, leave one. And somebody put my book in there. And this guy said, oh, I love it. It's great. And I was like, small world. So yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. This week has been very validating as far as my poetry stuff is concerned. So I appreciate that because I was like, as I'm in the slump of working on the next collection, because I'm doing everything else.
You're doing everything but.
I'm doing everything but working on the poems. So it feels
there.
Good. Yeah, it feels good that people are like, oh, so I was like, maybe that's kind of going to spur me on to keep doing the thing. And thank you, Eva. I really appreciate that.
If it's in a Google Doc, Eva, your comment should have been saved. If you didn't have editing powers and you were trying to make edits, then and you made a copy and didn't share it with her, then no, she wouldn't see it. So it depends. Yeah, okay, let me share the next. Eva, yeah, she would be able to see comments. Okay, then you're good, Eva. You did everything.
Yeah. And I can come back to the forest room because it finally freed me and said that the tree from the first one. Like, what's happening is if I just put the code in, it puts me in the room, but it doesn't start until I touch the phone. Like it just says 25 minutes and it doesn't start it. So I'm gonna have to manually start the tree on my phone, I think.
Have you tried deleting and reinstalling the app?
No, let's try that.
Because when it starts acting up on me, that's what I do, and then it normally fixes it. It, however, does not fix itself for Gray.
Okay. Because
You know, put me out my
Hi.
What did you do?
Welcome back.
I am so done with phone calls for the day. I'm so done. I'm so done. Yeah, they found my kids' lunch. They have two classes that start with BB. One is Busy Bees, the one my daughter is in, and the other is Brilliant Butterflies, like for kids 5 and up. And they got it mixed up. So they put her lunch with the wrong class. But they found it and they're giving her lunch now. So fantastic.
Good.
There is that. Basically, your perimenopause story reminded me of when I had stopped breastfeeding, which I stopped overnight, and which you're not supposed to do. But my daughter had lost her 4 front teeth, and so she couldn't nurse anymore. So I had to stop, or else it would rip out the stitches in her teeth. And so my hormones plummeted like they do during perimenopause. And it was like, it was around this.
Why you're not supposed to stop overnight, but still, like, what are you supposed to do?
You just survive. You pump until it stops coming, basically. And so I was in a hormonal rage, and there was a cold snap here in Arizona, and everybody and their mother's tires deflated a little bit. So I was in the line waiting for Discount Tire, and it wrapped around the building. So I get in line and to watch it wrap around the building, and I'm there for 45 minutes. I'm in that line. I am next up in line, about to pull through. They're waving me to pull through, and a fucking grandma cuts me off.
No.
And pulls up into that spot instead.
I don't care how old you are. That's no.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable behavior.
Even if it was a 5-minute line, you do not cut in line. New Yorkers would have been like back of the line.
I lost my temper. I almost got out of my car. I did not. I stayed in my car, but I rolled down that window, and it was an elderly Black lady, and she was looking perfectly composed until I said, "What the fuck, bro?" And she's like, "I was next in line. You just didn't see me." I was like, "I didn't see you for 45 minutes. I think not." And so, of course, you know, when you see that they're elderly, you have to pivot and get something that's actually going to dig at them. So I started screaming, "Shame on you. You're old enough to know better. You should be behaving by now. How dare you? Shame." She was like,
how do you expect the next generation to be better if this is how you act?
I almost got out of my car. Those poor Discount Tire employees were just
They were like, what are we supposed to do? We're not paid enough for this.
I think they were trying so hard not to laugh at this situation, because that woman, like, she was clearly flustered.
She thought she could pull it off.
He
was not expecting someone to be like, no, ma'am.
Because shame on her. How dare you? Anyways, that's how I almost fought a grandma.
Okay, so It's the hormones. Like, here's the thing. It's always the hormones' fault. It's never us. It's the hormones. Although, really, I've always been like this, but shh, it's okay. It's the hormones' fault.
Well, like you said,
Exactly.
it's the hormones' fault that the filter got dissolved.
Exactly.
You were fine up until this point.
Right.
The world was safe. Your hormones decided to remove the safeguard. That is not your fault.
What was so funny is it was right next to like a martial arts place, and the owner of the martial arts heard us screaming at each other and came out, and he's like, I teach people how to fight here. And I was like, I'm not going to fight a fucking grandma.
I will put her in her place.
Yes, I will. She was so rude. She was like, you're being hard-headed. I was like, you're being decrepit or something like that. I was not having it.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have moved.
Oh, I don't move. I'm sorry. I don't care if you.
No, you don't move. Just because someone says please, does it? Please is a magic word in that, like, yes, it makes people like you more. If you are asking for something unrealistic, and you say, it does not automatically grant the request. It just emotionally opens a door to you that otherwise would have been slammed in your face if you were rude out of the gate. But sometimes asking a question, even with the please on it, is rude out of the gate. It's like, how dare you ask that question?
And if they say, well, I have kids. Well, your kids are going to learn that just because you say please, that doesn't mean squat.
Yeah, you know what? Like, maybe you need to teach your kids a little bit more how the world works and not just the idealized version. Man, I would not be a good parent. I would be a little bit too mean. I'd be a little bit too tough love, like a little bit too honest, like not tough love as in like I suffered so you have to, but I'd be like, I don't sugarcoat stuff.
Oh, so like my mom, it's okay. I was raised by an Aries. My mom's actually an Aries sun and an Aries rising. So like, I don't know how I survived. It's fine.
There was lesbian on either side of my party. You would have moved. I can tell you I would not have Eva, but that's just me. I'm meaner when it comes to seats and stuff. It's like, you didn't show up 30 minutes early to this really popular movie. That's on you.
That, like, you have to make time, especially with kids. You got to be there earlier than early to make sure you get the seats you want. If you know people are going to be there.
It's like, that's not my fault. Also, in most of the movie theaters that I have, there are assigned seats. So then there are times in theaters, like live shows and this, where people try to pull that shit. And I'm like, no, that's my seat. And it's, everyone is always posting about the airlines. But in the theater, if you mess with someone's seat, the entire audience will turn against the person who's messing up.
Oh, that reminds me.
In an airline, most people will be like, not my business. I don't want to deal with this. Like that. As long as I'm in my seat, I don't care. Whereas everyone in the theater is like, just move to your proper seat so you can sit down so I can see the show I paid way too much money for.
During the Avengers Endgame premiere, my husband had been saving up all of his AMC points for like 3-4 years. And he spent them all to get inline tickets, like seats all in one row. Like, we had taken up almost the majority of the top row for like us and like his extended family. And there's one thing you need to know about my husband, is that he's very soft-spoken. And so are the entire rest of his family, right? They're all very quiet people. And so, of course, then there's me. And we get there, and there's this group of white girls that's sitting in our seats. And of course, they're like, what are we going to do? Like, there are these kids here. They're teenagers. Like, how are we going to move them? And I am not having any of this. So I walk up to them. I was like, excuse me, but you're in our seats. And the white girls, they were like, oh, but those people down there, they took ours. And so I had to say, I was like,
you're wrong in your world.
I literally looked at them. I was like, that's a problem for management. Please move. So they gathered up and they left. But to this day, now my husband's family is like, well, when we need to make a phone call, we know who to ask. Because it's not going to be them.
But sometimes you have to be like, but I will say, Zara, I did not know until I went to see Hell's Kitchen. And that is such an amazing show. When I went to see Hell's Kitchen, we were up with a bus trip. It was a bus trip up. So it was a bunch of us. And because they had done the group tickets, I didn't have a disability accommodation for my seat, which is fine. But which is fine that I didn't get an accommodation. I was like, this is a small deal. But the theater that they're in doesn't have an elevator or anything, which was like, okay, fine. But I needed to go to the bathroom during intermission, which is like, of course, it's swamped, like the line is. And they were like, if you're not back to your seat before the, before the lights go on,
no.
and they're like, you won't be able to go back to your seat. You'll have to stand for the second half, right? So
Which for you're like, absolutely not.
I'm freaking out because I'm like, because I was like, I had to walk up the stairs to get there. And then I'm like, I'm going to have to get through the line and pee and then get back down. And then they're not going to let me sit down. The ladies in my row, I was like, I love Broadway people. They were like, absolutely not. And they were like, if they give you any problems, they're like, we're going to take care of it. Because they were like, absolutely not. This is not a thing that's going to happen to you.
Yeah, because you're not a jerk about it. You're not holding it up for no reason. You're actually, and then it gets into the whole discussion of like, oh, visible disability versus night, which is stupid and awful. But like in this case, it's like, excuse me, like no, that you were being responsible, and they just didn't accommodate you. Yeah, no. New Yorkers, there was this post on Threads, and it was like, New Yorkers are nice. They're not kind.
Right.
So like someone would be like, wow, I felt flat on my ass while walking on the sidewalk, and someone picked me up, called me an idiot in the same breath, and was gone before I could say thank you. And the rule
I love that.
And the rule is if you see someone with a stroller, you just pick up the other end, you help them up or down the stairs, and you don't say anything. And if they try to thank you, you just kind of look at them like very quickly and you just keep moving. So they learn to stop thanking people because it's like, no, you cannot slow me down. The reason that we do the stroller thing is because we're all in a rush, like it is the courtesy. And it's like, if I was struggling, I want someone to help, but also we're all in a rush. And if no one helps this woman with the stroller, we're all fucked. Like, that's where it comes from in New York, where it's like, we all need to move, right? So like, let's get rid of the roadblocks, whether it be a person or a stroller.
And I'm fine with that. But see, because people in DC are also not nice. We're kind. Well, I mean, depends on who you get, but we're not known for our for our kindness in DC, which is funny because people are like, and I think that's where a lot of the argument comes, where people want to say DC isn't the South, and it very much is, and they're like, but people in the South are nice, and I was like, no, DC is not the bless your heart.
People in the South can lie to your face and be cruel.
I was like, no, we're smiling at your face and still being mean.
Yeah.
Because hearing a bless your heart in the North versus bless your heart in the South are two different things.
Yeah, bless your heart in the South is awful. Bless your heart in the North if we're not making fun of people from the South or talking with our friends who are from the South and trying to speak their same language. If a Northerner without any relation to the South, either in satire or conversation, says bless your heart, it really is like, oh, you're such a sweet thing. You're a little bit naive, though. That's not how this works around here. Like, you gotta...
I feel like a story time with Gwenna because I have another story about that. I had gone to Ohio for college.
The point is, Eva, is that people in the South, though, will often say like, oh, we're nice. It's like you will pretend to be nice and lie to someone's face. In the North, most of the time, we're like, we don't have time for that. If I don't like you, my face will say it, or I just won't say anything to you, or I'll say it and you'll wish I didn't.
Yeah, I would ask about that. Like, why don't you just like JC said, like, you might as well just say F you. It's like, why don't you just do that? It's like, sweetheart, me saying bless your heart is a precursor to don't step further.
Yes.
Don't
the
what?
Niceness, it's a precursor. Like, the niceness.
No, precursor to what? I didn't hear the what.
A precursor to basically getting your butt whooped.
Right.
Oh, getting your butt whooped.
You get
I thought it was another saying. Saying.
It's ooh, bless your heart. Basically, it's like, ooh, this is cool. Let's stop this line here. Let me move up my business, because if this goes further, I don't give a threat. I'm all about hands. There is no.
It's a warning.
It's a
It's a
It's a
warning.
warning.
It's a threat. I dare say that the bless your heart in the South is the you good of New York. So how you good could be
you still get you good here, depending on the generation. Millennials will get you the you good.
Are you okay, Zara?
I'm just thinking,
Zara?
like, if someone said you good in New York, the horror that just washed over me.
Are you okay?
Here's the thing. There is so many different you goods depending on, again, the generation and the community. Because with Black folks,
Oh yeah, no, like within a
there's
certain
like-
community, if someone says you good, it's like, no, are you okay? Like, are like good
Oh, no,
because
we have-
it's moving.
yeah.
But if you say that to people you don't know, if you hear that, you're like, oh fuck.
right.
You're like, duck.
You don't
Get out of the
No,
line of
like-
fire.
you don't. That's something you kind of don't want to hear in certain places. That's why it's like.
Listen, the second someone bumps into me, I'm like, you good? And it's, oh no, I'm okay. Yeah, don't do it again. That is your only warning. Do not physically touch me. Let's keep it moving. Or listen, the worst, I'm sorry, still to this day, even in jest, hearing bless your heart, I'm like, oh.
So I can't even say it to you and you don't freak out.
I don't.
But if I hear it from someone here, like for instance, if I go back home is like Arkansas or Texarkana, anywhere between Texas and Arkansas. I hear bless your heart from someone there, I'm sobbing. Even if it's not directly at me, I'm like, who's dumb?
That's
Stupid.
This is true, JC, and I say that as someone from New York. But in New York, if someone says bless your heart, it's like, you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. I don't know how you're still alive. You're gonna learn someday, but I don't have the time to teach you.
That yeah, it's yeah, that's but it's a lot, and I like really am into like colloquialisms and how things regionally become what they become, and people in DC can be very aggressive. Like we're not even passive aggressive in DC, we're aggressive because then in the past like 5 to 7 years, the whole, ho is you cool, which that's just aggressive. Like we're not even hiding the plot here. It's just like
Oh yes, JC. Oh yes. It's like, what do you think? And it's like, oh, bless your heart. It means you turn right back around, you go back to your room, and you redo everything because you just messed up. So
redo, like, as a matter
the
of fact,
entire thing top to bottom.
I will no longer be participating because apparently I'm boot bottom ugly, and I just no longer deserve to even go. Like, no, thank you. Like, I'll be at home.
I mean, you don't want to hear it in the North or South,
You don't.
to
Like,
be honest, but one is a little bit more dangerous than the other.
At least hearing it from someone older, at that point, it's not like the precursor to I'm about to whoop your tail. It's just ooh, you're dumb. But hearing it from someone younger, I'm like, ooh,
Are we about to throw hands?
Is this gonna be a fight?
Do I need to take my earrings out?
But here's the thing is that
Like-
if my family were in the habit of saying it, it might not be worth throwing hands, but it could like. Actually, this would never happen. My family's way too scared of confrontation. But if it were to happen and someone were to say it and people actually acted without the filters and stuff, it would not necessarily be a throw hands. It would be I will cut your soul down to the bone and you will wish you never started this.
God, it's so funny. My family's not that confrontational. I wish I knew that feeling.
I know.
Okay, here's the thing. If we're all together, because there's certain ones of me and my cousins or my sisters-in-law where we have to be very careful about the combo of which we go out. Because once one of us pops off, it's like popcorn. We're all, and we have to go bail. And bail is a question, not for anyone else, but for our family, meaning who has bail? Who will be the one to bail us? Because that's
Not me.
If you say bail, someone says got it. If they step back, meaning they're going to be the ones to hit us up and pay us out. That's how bad it is. Because it's like bail, meaning I'm about to jump in. It's about to happen. That is it. That's the only warning. It's not even for the other person. It's for our own.
I love that. What's that face, Portia?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was just reading something. I'm sorry. My face won't.
I saw it. Yeah.
And so I was like, but Uh, but yeah, look. The thing about it is, I will say that the people who I will say this for the most part, the people that talk the most aggressively are actually the people you want to be around. I feel so safe around people who are very aggressive talkers because then you have the quiet people that's just gonna bust a grape. They're not gonna say nothing, and then next thing you know, you want to fight. Those are the friends that I worry more about because I'm like, this person is a silent killer, like not literal killer, but like they're not gonna say anything, and then hands are thrown. I am more because at least I see it coming. If words are exchanged, I know we're going in a certain direction. I have friends that are like not gonna say anything, and then
But keep one of each in a group with going out, because at least an aggressive talker might stop the one who's silent before anything happens.
right.
Don't ask how I know. Just saying.
And as somebody who is the aggressive talker who's married to the silent killer, because I see the facial expression and I'm like, I'm going to stop you right there. Because
he does speak with his face. He speaks very loudly.
and they're just like, he's so quiet. Like people are like, he's so quiet, meaning, I am safe in this situation. I'm like, you are not. Like,
It's like people always say, like, oh, it's always the quiet ones who are like secretly kinky. I'm like, no, the quiet ones are the ones who have the dirt on everyone. That's what you should be more worried about.
What makes it worse is, to me, he's such a teddy bear because when we talk to him, he's like, hey, great, he is so sweet, he's so loving. But I've seen his face when like Portia's upset and it shifts and it's almost like, who did it? I'm like, ooh.
You poked the bear. You poked the bear.
Pretty much. And then she's like, oh no, it's something else. I'm like, okay. And then it instantly goes back to teddy bear. I'm like,
and I'm like, it's
y'all better leave her alone. She's too quiet. Yeah. I'm sorry you're a bully.
I've never seen that first bear email. I've seen the second one. I've never seen the first one. That's cute.
The first one's a teddy bear. Yeah.
Adorable.
Okay. Let's start this next sprint.
Okay.
We've been yapping. I love it. But I think poor Regina on her side was like, I'll call you, but I also still want to get work done. I'm surprised she hasn't been like, where's the forest staff?
Pretty
So Regina's especially patient with us today.
Yes, thank you, Regina.
In 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. The video that keeps popping up in the middle after this sprint is Kate's video about ellipsis, but I just want it to be known that Gray is the one who told me about ellipsis months ago.
I love it so much. In fact, today we got a sneak peek for an update. And I want the update now.
Wait, in email or only the people who actually signed up for the feedback part of the platform? Because I didn't do that. Because you were like,
no, it's on Discord. It's on Discord. There's a whole thing on Discord.
Join another Discord.
I know, but this one's actually useful because I go between the Ellipsis Discord and the Plotter Discord often because there are writers in there who are actually active, who are actually really chatty. So it's like, hey guys, I have an issue. People are like, yo, we got you. What's good? I'm like, oh hey. Or I'm like, oh, I'm about to start a sprint. People are like, hey, we're down. Who's wanting to sprint? Who's wanting to do this? Blah blah blah. We're sharing resources, and they're actually awesome. But then once a week or once every other week, we're getting a tease like, hey, this is what might be coming for the next update. And it's like, don't tease me. Give me the update now. I want it now.
God damn it, Gray.
All I did that sprint was bullshit to discussion posts.
As you should. As you should.
Valid.
Thanks.
I am so much effort, and then when I realized my teacher would give the same grade to other people who clearly spent 5 seconds on it, I stopped working as hard because I was like, no.
I will say, I can see the difference in grades between what I'm getting and my peers. Like, they don't tell you what your peers exactly got, but they'll show you on a graph.
Yeah.
Where you rank among your peers. And so I can see that some people aren't getting full points. But I can also see that some people who are clearly using AI aren't being heavily discouraged enough from doing so. And it's definitely killing the vibe. But that being said, I even doing those discussion posts and being on the phone with bureaucracy, I feel like my emotional energy has been fried for the day. You know, like I'm so done with all of it.
That's completely understandable.
And now I want to know all about this ellipsis thing, but I do not want to pull up Discord. I don't want to do it.
No, ellipsis is amazing, and it was so funny because I saw Kate's video about it, and I was like, ellipsis.
Gray didn't tell you first? I heard about something from Gray before you, Portia?
Oh, no, I've been using ellipsis.
Oh, okay. I was like, hold on. In what world did I hear from Gray before Portia?
No, like literally, me and Gray, like, damn near overshare. Like, well, we actually do. We overshare at least twice a week. Be like, neither of us needed to say that, but it was said. In any case, I've been on ellipsis for a while. It was just so funny because when I saw Kate's video, I was like, I am now going to get so many questions, and I have so many people that are outside I call it the circle of trust. If you've ever seen that movie, what movie was that? The circle of trust. People that are like author friends that are outside of the circle of trust. Oh my God, have you heard of ellipsis? I was like, yeah, I've been using ellipsis forever. It's amazing. They're just like, I just saw this
video. What about it didn't you like, JC? Because some people on Kate's comments were like, they sell your data. I'm like, you do realize this is a European company and they are not allowed to. Also, their privacy policy is right there. So some people are just talking out of pocket. I'm like,
that, and the guy who made it is
like,
very vocal about it.
You cannot like it.
Yeah.
But then they're being like, oh, they're like forcing people to eventually pay for it. I was like, no, the guy has gone on record saying that he didn't even want to make a paid version, but then
we bullied him. We bullied him. I'm like, cause no, he's putting in so much work to go, hey guys, what would you like for the new update? What would you like for this? How does this feel? What needs to be changed? He's very vocal. And when we suggest things, he's very good about implementing those ideas. And it's like, you're not getting paid for any of this. And he's not.
Yeah. And so
like, who put a coin in your pocket.
Yeah. People who are just saying stuff. I'm like, maybe do some research before you post on the internet.
That. It's like, no, I will get very vocal about him because he's awesome. I love him. And whenever something pops up, he's very quick to be like, hey, my community, you are safe here. We got you here. There has been no BS in that Discord, which is why I talk about it often. I've never had any bad vibes. Everything's sectioned off perfectly. There's all things writing. So there's a lounge discussion, fan works, technical help, sharing. There's wins, again, sprints, there's collaborator requests. There's a community library, there's writing resources. All of that. I'm literally reading from the list that I'm looking at right now in the Discord. I love the Discord.
And they're anti-Gen AI, which I love, but I'm trying to find your
Yes.
Discord link. Here it is.
But I just and see, I get that, JC, because I loathe Google. Like, I can't stand
I don't
Google
like Google
Docs.
Docs.
So
I don't
I
like Google
thought I
Docs.
wasn't gonna like it either, but
Oh, that's totally
I
fair.
actually really do. But I will tell you, JC, I was just smiling at your reaction when you was like, you looked at it and immediately noped. That was me on Butter Docs. Grace sent me Butter Docs. I opened it. I said, "Why is this so damn ugly?" I refused. I don't care.
liked it. I liked it a little bit, but I was just like, all my projects are so deeply embedded in Scrivener that I was just like, I don't really need this. I'm not currently co-authoring anything. However, with Ellipsis so far, I've always had to branch off when I've been made a collaborator on something, which bothers me very much because I know certain authors will like split up a book by like chapter or something, and for them to always have to branch off a new thing, I think is annoying. Whereas I believe in Butter Docs, you could edit in the same document, and I know you could in Google Docs, although Butter Docs had the branching off option as well. So that is my biggest gripe about it. But what I did learn is that my internet went out yesterday because they were working on it. And I was still able to see everything I was working on. It just couldn't sync my changes until the internet came back on. But I didn't have to do anything to be like, remember, like, I'd like to work on this offline. It just did it.
Yeah, it just tells you that little corner. It's like, hey, you do realize we can't save right now, but we're working on it. We're working on it.
But it wasn't like if the internet goes out on me, Google Docs will be like, you have no internet. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Whereas this was like, no, you still have your thing. You can still scroll through. You can still read. You can still type in this document. We just can't save anything.
Right.
But if you're reading something, it's there. And it was great.
Absolutely.
Because I was then able to read Call Veronica King on my phone using Cell, but still work.
And I'm usually, because like I typically am not a fan of browser-based writing software at all, but I really like Ellipsis. What's helpful for me now is because of how they've done the reader links, that I was like, I don't have to. Now I can do a membership where people get early access to something I've written. And instead of trying to figure out how to paywall it on Substack or do like something weird, I can just send a reader link to those people.
We are not sponsored, by the way. I'd like to make this very
clear. Okay. So that's really helpful for me. Or even if I want to let people read, I might have a certain group of people that I want to be able to read a thing early, knowing that it's not going to come out on Substack until later, and I can just send a reader link and not have to worry about hosting it somewhere. Like, don't have to worry about putting it on the website or doing like it's, it just lives there, and then you can also read it, and that's fine. Like, that's helpful to me. I know that might not be helpful for everybody, but I'm like, okay, that's helpful. But to each its own, because I was very anti-browser based because I hate Google Docs. So I was like, okay, what are we doing? But this is nothing like Google Docs at all. I mean, because Docs.
I hate Google Docs because it'll crash on me the moment there are more than 20 comments in a document and more than 20 pages. So
yeah, I got Scrivener because I'd heard of Scrivener, but I got Scrivener back. Let's see, what year was that? It was maybe 2014. So when I got Scrivener, I know, because I
think I got it in 2012.
Yeah, because it was somewhere around there. Because I'd heard of it and I'd done like a free 30-day trial or something, and I was like, oh, this is cool. But at the time, I wasn't writing a lot of prose, and I was like, it's not the greatest for poetry. It's okay, but I'm like, like Scrivener does not excel at like poetry formatting. It's mostly for prose. So I was like, I could take
It's
it or leave
mostly
it.
for prose. It can kind of do a script, but not as good as Final Draft.
Final Draft, right. So I was like, I like it, but I don't know. But then when I did NaNoWriMo, and I had done NaNoWriMo, but not really seriously. And the first time I actually got serious about NaNoWriMo and tried to just do it in Google Docs because I didn't want to do it in Word, and fought Google Docs for 30 days. I was like, I got to get something that's not this. So I ended up getting Scrivener because by that time I'd written enough words that I actually won NaNoWriMo. Rest in peace, NaNoWriMo. That I won NaNoWriMo.
Yeah, you were a dumpster fire at the end, but when you were good, you were good.
When you were good, you were good. So, but this is back when NaNoWriMo was like the NaNoWriMo that we remember. Like, so.
What it was supposed to be?
Yeah, that was also the year that me and Edward, we were not married yet, we were dating, and we had to establish a no whistle rule in the house because I was doing NaNoWriMo and he knew how seriously I was doing it. And I was like, I'm gonna take a nap, wake me up by any means, and he blew a whistle to wake me up. And I was like,
I'm sorry. I'm imagining him blowing the whistle as if you're in boot camp.
No.
Was he trying to die? Like, I was did
like,
he hate you?
After my soul jumped back in my body, because can you imagine being asleep when somebody blows a whistle? Like, after I jumped back in my skin, what the fuck was that? He was like, you said to wake you up by any means. And I was like, let's talk about how
I didn't think I needed to specify this was off the table.
So, and JC, you were right. And I have not said by any means since then because I did not know that would include a whistle. I was like, you're a grown man. Why do you even own a whistle? Like, what? Where is this? Like, I didn't even know that people had whistles that weren't like, I don't know, lifeguards, majorettes. Like, why do you even have one? Like, what is happening?
I'm sorry. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Portia's like, you're not allowed to own a whistle. You're not a lifeguard.
See,
what are you scared of? A little whimsy? Portia's like, how dare you?
My first thoughts were boot camp and like dog training. And you're like lifeguard. And I'm like,
as a former lifeguard, that hit me so hard. I wish you knew how long I kept my whistle.
I'm having flashbacks to swim meets.
Just
Listen,
I kept that whistle for like 5 years, man. That's so funny.
Being woken up by a whistle and then like finishing NaNoWriMo, but I was like, that almost cost me my relationship because I was not pleasant for a long time after that. I mean, it's a whistle. And then I was like, I need to not do this in Google Docs. So I got Scrivener. But yeah, I just, as a multi-genre person that doesn't only write prose, I loved Scrivener, but it was just a lot for me because I would always have to end up reformatting poems, like a lot. So when I saw that, I was like, this helps that pain point. I was like, okay, ellipsis, not sponsored. Although if you do sponsor us, if you do sponsor Gray, that would be amazing because like, hello. But
with what money would Gray get a scholarship, get a sponsorship? Ellipsis isn't even like allowing people to pay them yet.
This is why we're bullying him. This is why we're bullying him to get paid. This is why we're bullying him. I'm like, sir, you will get coin in some way, shape, or form.
Get your coin so that you can give it to Gray. Okay? This is what we're advocating for.
It would immediately go to coffee.
Immediately. Like
do we have one more sprint?
We do.
And
one more.
Yeah. just we do, and that uninstalling and installing Forest looks like it fixed the problem, knock wood. So I think I'm good now. But and also a niche complaint, because I am working on my my Decan walk journal, because today we go into Decan 3 of Aries. So I need to finish up my notes for Decan 2. So I'm looking at my decks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minors go in a certain order. So I'm looking at my deck because I just got the I finally have the Afro Goddess Arcana deck, which I've been looking at forever. The deck is wonderful. The deck is amazing. I get to the minors and she started with swords, and I was like, that's a
That's
choice.
not okay.
Right. I was like,
It just makes you pause.
it does. I was like,
Where's your priorities?
that was a choice. So then I was like,
Yeah.
is she one of these weird people that that swords are fire and wands are air? Because I was like, that's a hard limit. But no, the suits are correct, just in the wrong order.
Huh.
And I'm like, weird, but okay. I mean, otherwise, a gorgeous deck. I'm so glad I got it. Gorgeous deck. This is the mass market version, so they're actually smaller than, because this is a standard tarot size. They're smaller than standard tarot size, but gorgeous. Like, bigger than a pocket deck, but they're, little cute. I want to get the indie version because they're larger, but gorgeous deck, really good guidebook, love it. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So then I got this other deck because Evil Rainforest was having their spring sale. So okay, I just need just a Rider Waite deck, because surprisingly I don't have one. So I got this cute Rider Waite deck, and I look, and they started with, did they do Pentacles first? Like, they just put, I'm like, the minors go in an order.
Pentacles?
When it first comes out of the box, I mean, once you start shuffling, obviously.
Once you shuffle it, but these are like, I hadn't shuffled them yet. And I was like,
ew.
Why are we like, I was like, I get through the majors, and no, you know what? I'm wrong. This is worse. You get through the majors and it starts with cups. That's actually somehow worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. It's completely in reverse, because they start with cups and then the last of the minors is the wands. And I am so upset by this. And I don't know.
Is it swords first?
Wands first. So
Wands first. Yeah. I was like, it's one of yeah.
Wand, swords.
It's not one of the round ones first. It's not the pentacles or cups.
Right, it's not. So
it's the spiky ones in one form or the other.
So here's the thing. Maybe they're like, well, they're gonna shuffle it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'm like, but it matters to me, because like
it speaks of your priorities. It does. It speaks of your priorities, and it makes me question them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I shouldn't question your artistic priorities.
Well,
I call me a traditionalist, but back in my day.
Agreed. I'm like, the minor shit. But I'm like, okay, so this deck that I've been looking at for years, like, otherwise solid deck. Like, I was like, that was weird, but I was like, okay. Otherwise, great deck, great guidebook, no complaints, right? This other one, like, this is why this is a cheap no-name deck, like, on Evil Rainforest, because this is not in the right order at all. The majors are, but the minors are completely not. And I'm like, okay.
Zara, I do fear if we don't sprint soon, I'm going to melt off of your screen.
Okay, that's that. I'm sorry. I was adding suggestions to ellipsis. Okay, I could do that.
I am going to fade. You're just going to see me dripping.
You want to do an outro and just nap? Because you could also do that.
No, I want to watch these 3 videos that I've already pulled up on YouTube, and then brain rot, and then I'll nap after the stream.
No, productive brain rot. I'm here for it.
I'm really excited for the other Bennett sister to hit American audiences May 6th. I'm like, I haven't been this excited. I haven't been this excited for a show in a long time. Like I'm like, give me my Regency romance. Fiending. So I have clips of that pulled up that I'm going to rewatch for the zillionth time so I can kiki for the next 21 minutes. Portia, have you seen any clips of it yet?
I haven't. I have not. Like, I'm just,
Portia.
I want, okay, so I want to love Regency because it's popular and trendy and everybody else does, but I just can't make myself.
I don't typically like it, but this one looks so good.
Okay.
The only Regency books that I liked were the Effingtons because they weren't toxic as hell. And I like the Bridgerton show because it's fun, but the books are so toxic. I'm like, good on you, Shonda, for making these men interesting because otherwise they're just red flags. Some more than others. So whenever someone's like, oh, that's my favorite Bridgerton book, I'm like, you like this scene where man does XYZ? So I judge people hard by what their favorite Bridgerton book is. Now, if they say their favorite Bridgerton season, I'm like, okay, we have differences in like story priorities or characters or whatever, cool. But if they're like, this is my ride or die Bridgerton book and nothing is better, and I'm like, are you saying that because you read it 10 years ago and don't remember that he does all this stuff, or because you fully know that he did that and he's still your favorite somehow?
Fair, because there are books that I read that I loved, and then when I revisit them, not even reading the entire book, but I've gone back and revisited stuff, especially like that late teens, early 20s. I was like, oh, I love this book. I hold it to my chest, and I've revisited stuff. I was like, girl, no. Like, oh, girl. Like,
it's like, you've learned. You've learned. So be thankful for that. But also, what were you thinking?
I was just like, oh, I was like, oh no. I was like, that's not okay. And the crazy thing is also nonfiction, like novels, but also nonfiction, because Sister Soldier's first book, no disrespect, and I would recommend it to people all the time in my late teens and early 20s. And I was like, this is the most pick me girl, like diatribe ever. I was like, what was that? What was I thinking? Like, it was very male centered, very, I was like, ew. I almost want my money back like 25 years later. Like, just I bought it and I have a sad. Like,
That was sad.
oh gosh. And then I saw how horrible the sequels to The Coldest Winter Ever were, and I was like, that tracks based on that book. That tracks.
Sometimes it happens. Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity. I need to go walk Riley. Sorry, just came back from walking around. My glasses turn into sunglasses while they're outside, so that's why they're dark.
You look like a gangster.
You do.
That's pretty cool.
No, Riley just wanted
I
to
was
go
like, damn, who'd Zara put a hit out on now? Come on.
Okay, but I can see it though.
Someone told Zara to bless her heart, and Zara wasn't having it. She had to pull out the shades on him.
I always forget how dark they get because when I'm looking through them, they don't look that dark, which is a good thing. Yeah. He's also protect me from blue light, so that's why I'm still wearing them. How did everyone do?
Mine does the same, and that's why I bought them. I got them from Zinni. I love them.
I just watched videos, like I said I would, and yeah, I think I'm gonna take like a nap. Might eat something in the nap. I think that's where we're at.
That's my plan for the day as well.
What are you guys eating? Because I don't know what I'm gonna eat.
I ate barbecue during the first sprint. I told you earlier I had a barbecue plate coming. So it was ribs, greens, and potato salad.
Nice.
I don't know if it's in the budget, but God, it sounds good.
So the lady who runs it, she's this older Korean lady. We've known her since I was 9. So she gives us small discounts, and she called us, like literally called. She said, "Hey, it's been like 2 months since you guys been here. Where you at?"
Aww.
And I was like,
Love
"Hi."
that.
She's like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh my God, Grayson," because I've been moved. I've been gone from where we live, and she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were back home." I was like, "Yeah." She was, "Why'd you come back?" And I had to tell her, "Oh, my dad died." She didn't know, so she was like, "Say less." I was like, "What?" She hung up. She
You're
brought
like,
us
"What
plates. She brought us plates because we were gonna order some food anyway, but then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna order from a different barbecue place. Just because we wanted.
No, you're not."
Yeah, we learned very quick. She's like, you better cancel that order. I was like, yes, ma'am. She came and brought us some barbecue, and I devoured that plate. It was just so good.
Oh, the auntie loves you.
So sweet.
She's like, you're part of my village, and she just took you right in.
She's so sweet. I love her. I enjoy her.
That's so heartwarming.
But also, I will warn people: you get one of her plates. That gives you the itis. It's nap time afterwards.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm in need of, a little bit of itis.
It's the best nap. It's the best nap.
Portia, what are you eating?
Huh? Oh, it sounded like you said, "What am I eating?" And I was like, "I have not eaten yet."
No,
That is what I asked. Like, what are you gonna eat?
What are you eating, or what will you eat?
I haven't eaten anything. I had breakfast
At all?
No, I mean,
you
I
had
ate breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah, I had breakfast. So
I was about to say.
No,
Okay, it wasn't just me.
No, I had bacon and toast this morning. So I'm not hungry again, but I should probably eat something else. So I am making steak fajitas for dinner, which I'm very excited about.
Ooh.
I am very excited about these steak fajitas, and I am tempted to make them when we get off because since neither of us ate lunch, an early dinner might not be too hateful. So maybe I'll just make the steak fajitas and then...
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
So I'm excited. I have guac. I have sour cream. My husband does not eat guac. He's not part of the guac eating community. So
Neither am I. Team husband.
The guac eating community, so more for me. But I have the sour cream, the guac, the cheese, the whole thing. And I have this new seasoning packet because what is it? Better Goods had these really good looking seasoning packets at Walmart. But here's the thing. I season the food and then I use the seasoning packet because I'm Black. So like I know the seasoning packet is supposed to be the seasoning, but I also like season the food first and then use the seasoning packet. Like because my brain won't let me do it.
I didn't know that people only use season. I didn't know people only use the season pack. I thought you were supposed to season first because
that's
what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Like you add your base, right? Your base is always salt, pepper, garlic, onion, maybe a little bit of paprika or chili, depending on what you're feeling, right? That's the base. And then you add your seasoning packet.
That okay. That's how
I
you
think I was doing it. I don't think I use seasoning packets. I think I do it all like.
But that's fair. That's fair. As long as there is seasoning going in there, right?
No,
Yeah,
As
there
long
is
as there's the
seasoning.
base.
But I'm
Okay,
like, I
okay.
don't think I have a packet that does it all.
No, the packet's
only-
extra.
Yeah, only because it's fajitas. I was like, I should get one of these fajita packet. It doesn't matter because I season the food anyway. So I'm gonna season it and then I'm gonna use this fajita seasoning packet. So
You
will
should
I
see
actually
some that isn't with the fajita season packet and like then compare and be
I
like,
should.
is the packet even necessary going forward?
Because you know what, it probably isn't. I don't know why I do the things I do because I'm like I just can't not season food. And when I see those videos of people cooking and the food isn't seasoned, it makes me irrationally angry because that's such a waste of good food. I have seen people like take chicken out of a packet and put it on a grill, and I'm like,
Raw?
yeah. They didn't clean it and they didn't season it. They just placed this chicken on a grill, and I was like, I'm so upset. Like, and then they're like, oh, but we're gonna like sauce it and stuff later. We're gonna like toss it. No, no.
That's
You're gonna
not
sauce it?
that's not
Exactly. They're like, oh, but we're gonna
order of
sauce it.
operations.
But y'all did it nasty. Why not clean it and then season? It's even just salt and pepper. Even though just salt and pepper hurts my soul, even just salt and pepper, please.
No.
Something.
They took the chicken out of the package from the store and placed it on the grill, and I was just like, no more YouTube for me. I literally gently
Shut
laid
your
my
computer and walked away.
I gently set my phone down by the bed and I closed my eyes, but it wasn't even like nighttime. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And Edward is like, what's wrong? He was like, are you in pain? I was like, emotionally, yes.
Did you
Because there are
traumatize them?
I was like, there are people that take chicken out of a packet and put it on a grill. And he was like, I'm sorry.
It's rage bait. It has to be rage bait.
I mean, I always go back and forth because they say like the CDC before it went whack is like washing chicken is dangerous, but then also I'm like I sanitize everything after.
Right.
That I don't understand. People
You
like,
know what I mean?
things
Like
are gonna get
you're
nasty,
almost
like, you
acting,
clean
they're
it.
acting as if like, oh, you're going to do your chicken and then you're not going to clean anything. And I'm like, I don't know about other people, but I clean my kitchen after I've used it.
I'm like,
I
that's
was
And
like, do y'all
clean
not
my
scrub your
clothes
sinks
after I've
down?
worn them. Like if I'm handling raw chicken, I clean my clothes. Like I don't know.
But see, that's what I'm wondering because but then there are people that will argue in social media comments, and it's just like the CDC says that you shouldn't wash your meat, and I was just
And it's just like, okay, but like, did you actually read it or did you just stop at the headline? Because it says because bacteria can jump places. And I'm like, right. So you clean the kitchen.
Right. I was like,
That's
but
kind
I
of the point,
never.
like,
Okay, but once you clean, first of all, I clean my sink anyway, but especially if I'm cleaning meat or if I'm cleaning, anything I'm making, like even if it's just salad, even if I'm cleaning vegetables, I'm going to go in the sink. I mean, I might not scrub it the way I'm going to scrub for meat, but like I'm going to clean.
Yeah, I mean, I really
the
scrub it
counter
for meat,
and the-
whereas I might do the like spray the soap and like blast that thing with hot water and be a little bit less
Right, exactly.
nitty-gritty if it's for like a salad.
But I'm like, people aren't cleaning their kitchen after they cook and after they like prep food. Like
I minimize the cookery that I use when I'm cooking. So like that's why a ton of times like I'll just use a giant pot, and if I'm making like spaghetti bolognese and stuff, like it all goes in one pot. Like I don't want to do it in multiple things if I can avoid it.
Right.
But everything that gets used, and then every surface, even if I didn't put anything on it, also gets cleaned. Like, because I'm in the kitchen.
Right. And it's like, I'm going to clean like the sink and the counter on that side with the sink. So the whole thing gets cleaned. That whole counter, I'm gonna clean the whole kitchen at the end, but that whole thing, to clean out the sink, clean that side of the counter, and sometimes like if I'm like having a bad pain day or whatever, and it's like I've cooked and I'm like, oh, my back is killing me, and I'm like, Edward, can you like clean the other half of it? But no, nothing has even been over there. But it's just I'm gonna clean the whole kitchen, like because that's the thing that I'm gonna do. And I'm like, oh, can you just get the other countertop and the stove? And he's usually gonna do that before he goes to bed anyway, because I cook. So whoever cooks, the other person usually like does the stuff. So I'm like, people just don't. So I'm like,
But you're still
different
yeah,
from other
but
men
it-
because of the husband. Agreed.
but
Yeah.
it's not that you don't do it at all.
Right.
That-
Exactly.
That.
Oh,
And there's
oh.
some people who will argue. Like I have people argue, and some people live on stream who argue like, no, you don't. You need to clean it. Da, da, da. I'm like, I'm sorry. I have family members who worked at the Tyson chicken plant and who will tell me if you don't wash that chicken, mind you, I already did it beforehand, regardless. But they were like,
My
wash
mama
it.
worked in a Tyson chicken plant, and we always washed our chicken.
People are like, so you just run it underwater, baby? No, you need acidic agents.
So I mean, like you could pick. I mean, some people like the lemon juice and the lime juice. You know, some people are salt people or vinegar or whatever. I'm like, you can pick which one you want, but you gotta.
I like
Come
the
in
lemon.
I love a lemon and lime. I do. I love lemon
Yeah,
and lime.
I'm like, call me basic, but I just like that one.
I don't like doing the vinegar. I don't know why, but I'm always just lemon and lime. That's me.
I'm just worried it's gonna taste too vinegary. Have I ever actually tried that method? No, but I'm just worried it's gonna taste too vinegary.
We had to do all the methods because I went to Escoffier for a little bit. So they were like, yeah, so we're gonna get ready to prep some meat, and I need y'all to get your washing stations ready. Only me and one other person moved to get things ready. Everyone else sat there like, what do you mean a washing station? I was like, to wash the meat. And they were like, we wash meat. The instructor stopped. And he slowly turned head. He goes, do you not wash your meats before cooking? They were like, no. He goes, okay, we're going to do a safety class. And why? And it's the way the judgmental glare he gave to everyone else. I'm on the other side watching. I'm like,
Look, I'll be
not
honest.
me.
When I first started cooking, I did not know I was supposed to because no one had taught me to. And then I learned.
that makes sense. Yeah, when you first start, that absolutely makes sense. The majority of the people there are older than me, and I was probably the youngest in that room. Mind you, I'm in my 30s. So that was fun. That was
Wait, sorry, rewind that. You're the youngest person there, and you were in your 30s? I gotta go.
Because what have you been doing with your life?
How do
Like,
you
I
think
mean,
how do you think I felt? How do you think I felt? 'Cause people, first of all, this was like in 2019, 2020. Okay, so my face was a lot different then. People thought, oh, like you're in your 20s. No, baby, I'm in my 30s. They're like, oh, you're still a baby. I'm like, I'm a baby. How old are y'all? So that was already like a WTF right there for me. So then
This is such an aside. After you're done, Gray. After you're done.
The second was like, yeah, get your washing stations ready. Me and another girl got together. We're starting to get our stuff together. I grabbed lemon and lime. She's grabbing vinegar and lemon. And I was like, I never saw vinegar and lemon. Okay, cool. So we're talking, and we turn around, and everyone's just sitting there like, what are y'all doing? I'm like, what are y'all doing? Because y'all are just sitting there. Instructor pause, turn around. Why don't you get your stations ready? They're like, what does that mean? He's like, you're going to wash the meat. We're going to get that set prepared before we do anything else, before we get our seasonings out. And they're like, why do we need to wash the meat? Someone's like, oh, yeah, but you don't do that because it's nasty. Instructor went, no, pause. Safety lesson now. So he's showing everyone things. He's like, here's your lemons, here's your limes, here's vinegars. He goes, here's salt if you want to use salt. He goes, but, oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get your gloves on. We are doing this. It's the way he had to stop himself. His face was getting red, and he was just glaring. And I had to sit there like, I'm good. I'm over at my station. Me and this girl were talking. We were like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because it was judgment, pure judgment. The baking teacher who was behind it, because they were in a different class, but still connected to the same kitchen, she came around the corner. She was like, what do y'all do at home? And I'm like, ma'am, this is not the time to be messy.
I mean, but it makes one wonder because it's like, look, I try not to be judgmental, and I fail, but I try not to be judgmental.
Unless you're
sorry,
self-aware. At least you're self-aware.
I'm like, I try not to be judgmental. I often fail because what? Like, there is nothing about meat that comes from an animal that has gone through a very, in this country, probably dicey process to get from the animal to the store. There is nothing about this process that just says, I trust it, I'll throw it in a pan. No,
Stop.
no. Like,
Stop. Yeah.
I'm like, we have the loosest laws around food and food processing, probably of anywhere on earth. It's a surprise any of us are still alive with what counts as food in this country. And you're just going to be like, okay, that's fine. Like, I trust it.
So my aside links into both of y'all. Yesterday, I was leaving a client's house from a massage, and I load up my car, and I load up my table in my car, and I hear this car sputtering out behind me, and I turn and I look, and there's this young kid, 18, 19. He pulled in, his car's sputtering. I was like, oh, he's probably going to need a jump, right? So I walk over, I'm like, hey, do you need a jump? And he's like, no, I ran out of gas. And I was like, yeah, that's a young kid thing to do. We've all been there. Stupid shit happens. That's a young kid thing to do. And so I'm like, okay, well, there's a gas station a mile up the road. I'll drive you. You can get your gas can and drive you back, right? So I'm driving him there. And he's like, yeah, I was arguing on the phone. I got caught up. I thought I passed a gas station and I didn't stop and I wasn't paying attention and just, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I got to get back to my kids. And I said, kids, plural? And he said, kids. Yeah, I got 3. And I said, you have 3 kids? I said, baby, how old are you?
You have 3 kids and you don't know how to have gas in your car. I don't have a car and I know how to read the thing that says you're almost out of gas. Fix that.
And so I was like, baby, how old are you? He said, I'm 32. I said, you're older than me. You're older than me, and I've been calling you baby. Child.
Well, with that behavior, yeah, man is baby.
I was literally like, so I don't blame your classmates for not knowing how old you are, Grayson, but at the same time, I was like, I did not mean to come off so condescending and so judgmental, but I'm judging you so hard right now.
I didn't mean to, but I stand behind it.
Oh, God, that shit was so funny. This shit was so. I literally looked at that guy and I was like, "Save your money, kid. Like you need your money to put it in the gas tank to fill it up." And he's like, "No, I got money. And I was like, "You're like 19. You ain't got that much money." He's 32. He's a grown ass man with a grown ass job. Yeah, it's so bad, man.
That's fair, JC. That is fair. But because
then he said, "Oh, never mind." So
he shoved $10 in my hand as he was leaving. So,
but sometimes the downside of looking young for your age, sometimes or as I call it, being a chronic victim of Black Don't Crack, is that you end up in very awkward situations.
Exactly. That was exactly it. I was like, wow, I come off like a condescending bitch.
No, but it's because I remember I worked at Amtrak, and I was, had just graduated from college. So I was because I graduated from college when I was 24, right? So not, I'm an adult. I understand I'm a younger adult, but I'm an adult and I work at Amtrak. I have a full-time job. I cannot wear khaki pants because in DC, where the Amtrak station is, there's a metro station. There's kids used to come because they had a food court. So the kids would sometimes come and, you got tourists, you got kids, you got a lot of stuff. I couldn't wear khaki pants because me, a grown woman, the charter school kids wear khaki pants and truancy would always come to me on my lunch break. Why aren't you in school? And, and give me shit. To which I would always have to produce my employee ID, like I work here. And kids, find the kids that you're actually but to the point where I just stopped wearing khaki colored pants because I kept getting mistaken for a charter school student. And I was like, this is really this is really harshing my life. I can't take a late lunch because the truancy officers are just like, I should take you in right now. And I'm like,
So you came unless you're like, I'm employed. I'm employed.
because the first time I hear the guy behind me and he has an attitude and I should take you down to the station right now. And I'm like, surely he's not talking to me because like, what the hell? And he's like, are you walking away from me? And I'm like,
Are you talking? Because you didn't make that clear.
right. I'm like, what is it? It's like, don't walk away from me, young lady. And I like turn around and flash him the employee badge. And it's like, oh, my bad. I'm like, I happen to work here. Like,
It is your bad.
like
It is 100% your bad, sir.
and I'm just and that would happen to me. Like, I didn't start wearing khaki pants again until my 30s because I got so sick of being places in DC and getting mistaken for somebody that was in charter school.
That's
Up
so
until I was
funny.
22, I got mistaken for being like 12 years old, even after I was 18.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, if it was to get a deal on a meal, like I did not care. I'm like, sure, I'll pretend to be younger. Like I will save $6 in New York City. Like I will happily do that. But then when it was like, oh, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm 18. Yes, I can.
Man, what a conversation we've had today.
Yes.
We went all over the place. But
We
Glenna
all
wants her
over.
nap. I think I want
I do.
mine. What am I going to eat after this? I'm going to eat a factor meal that has chicken, which I'm not going to think about whether or not it's been washed or not.
Good luck.
Someone else ever again if I think too hard about it.
Oh no. Oh no.
I know. I'm like,
Well, at least it's seasoned.
that's,
It's factor. It may or may not be.
no, it is, but it's not like the way that any of us would be rejoicing at it being seasoned. But I also like more bland food as well. Like I'm like, I like seasoned, and then I also like.
JC, we will believe it.
We're gonna put it in the universe.
Yeah. But yeah, it's more like simpler food flavors than like what all of us would do if I invited myself to anyone's cookout, which obviously you don't invite yourself to someone's cookout, but you know what I mean.
Right.
And so it was like,
Excuse
it's
yourself, Zara. I'm white. I'll invite myself to whoever's cookout I want. That's part of my privilege.
that's your culture, not mine.
Exactly.
Listen, I have to
I'll
adapt
colonize
to that.
anyone's cookout.
Thank you, JC. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, no. When I took a cooking class, and I was not taught to wash any meat, but I was definitely taught to wash all the shrimp and seafood that we did, and I don't know why.
Make it make sense.
I know. I'm like, wait, why don't we wash the other stuff? And they're like, oh, because it's bad. And I'm like, what's that name with like the weird ass looking like creature with it looks like a puppet, and it looks like a lemur, but it's not, and I don't know, but it's just like the one with all the.
No clue. I don't eat seafood.
You don't know what meme I'm talking. Okay, we're gonna have to find this, and then we will log off.
No. Let me nap.
She said,
Release me.
No.
Release me.
No.
Okay, my brain heard that is the type of seafood that looks like a lemur, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
No, the puppet, the meme. I found it.
Okay.
I found it.
That's what I
I
heard.
found it. It might be a real
what
animal,
seafood
but
are
to
y'all
me,
eating?
it looks like a puppet. To me,
Okay.
it looks like a puppet.
Okay.
Do you mean like an octopus?
Yes,
No,
I
this
love that
thing.
one.
Oh.
I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes more
Okay.
sense. Because I was sitting here like, seafood that looks like a lemur. I was like, Zara, maybe don't eat that again. Because I was like,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna question whatever you're eating because that doesn't sound right.
Okay, it apparently is a real animal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was supposed to be like taxidermy, and that's why it got so cursed. Everyone's like, yeah, never do that again.
Yeah. But that's what I was talking about.
oh, okay.
When I said it looked like a lemur, but not, and I don't know what. I don't know what to call it, but I found confused looking puppet. And that's what I mean. And that's what I got. So I got there in the end. Okay, Trey, do you want to remind people who you are aside from Ellipsus's best advocator?
What to do, everybody? My name is Grayson Wild, and I write with pride. I like diving in a fantasy, high, low, and all in between, accompanied by a warm coffee. I want to thank you for having me here today, and on to you, Gwen.
That is so smooth every time. I'm Gwenna at Gwenna the Winna, everywhere that matters. I'm a current undergrad at SNU, and I am pursuing hybrid publishing. On to you, Portia.
Hey, I'm Portia. I am a poet. I stand for Cat Ears, Chaos, and the Words in Between, and I am the author of Low Bridge, High Water, a poetry collection.
And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices while pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. Although if they elect to, they can. If you have not checked out our most recently published book, please do. It's really awesome. It's Chandra Arthur's fiction debut. It is a killer thriller, female serial killer, female Dexter vibes, female rage. A certain set of files would actually, a lot of that content is kind of in here, but at least there's justice in this one. So check it out, but also take care of yourself because there is a laundry list of trigger warnings at the start of the book and on our website. You can check out this book and more at inimitablebooks.com. Also, if you're going to be in the New York area from the 23rd, 24th, and through the 27th, we will be having in-person book events for our next title, Thanks for Watching by Kate Kavanaugh. So check that out. All event info is on our website. Not just physical in-person events, but also live streams. So please check us out. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.